I'm the LegendaryPokéMaster, and today, Pokémon Sun and Pokémon Moon came out. Now first off, I'm not going to do a Let's Play on these two, just because I feel like you guys should experience the game for yourselves. My commentary doesn't really add anything, and I really wanted you guys to experience these games for yourself, because these are really, really good games. Or at least as far as I played. But yeah, I'd rather not spoil them for you, so enjoy. However, I didn't really want to leave you without anything on launch day, so I will be telling you what I like about these games, because these are good games, as I already said. So yeah, without further ado, let's start.
So one of the first things I noticed right off the bat was dialogue. Dialogue, it's everywhere. Although in the first stretch of the game there are only like 3 or 4 main characters that you really talk with, they have a lot of dialogue, and that actually adds a lot to the character development. Just amplify the amount of dialogue in the opening cutscenes of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire by like 2 or 3, and you basically have what's in Sun and Moon. Each of the characters also have their own style of talking, and that really adds to it like Undertale. They're each expressed by a different font, except they're not in this game because they only have, like, the, Times New Roman. No, that's not Times New Roman. That's, like, Helvetica? I don't know the font. But yeah, it does really add to the game, and I really like that. Another thing that I noticed right off the bat was the graphics. They are really good. Especially for the 3DS, which is basically on par with the GameCube in terms of power. Maps are far spaced in terms of where they reload. And there are a lot of details and people moving around at once, I guess. Yeah, I'll go with that. Everything is more fluid and more lifelike than Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and X and Y, obviously. Although I have noticed it does occasionally lag on the original 3DS, the 2DS, and the 3DS XL. Especially during totem battles and, like, right after a double battle or something. When you're exiting the menu, because, yeah, that's really intensive. But otherwise, the game is looking great. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the format. Because as far as I know, they took out all of the gyms and replaced it with 4 kahunas and trials. These are actually much more fun to do than gyms, just because they each have a unique challenge to them. For example, the first trial is that you have to find a bunch of young geese. I guess that's how you call it. It's a really cool idea, and expands upon the concept of the Pokemon anime, or at least the original one, in which you have to actually go around an adventure instead of just walking around to buildings consistently. And yeah, that is why I really like Sun and Moon, and I'm not going to give away any more because it might spoil the game, which I promised I would not do in the beginning of the video. So yeah, what do you think about Pokemon Sun and Moon if you have bought a copy so far? Please leave a comment down below telling me what you think. You could also subscribe if you're new to see videos like this twice, or in this instance, 3 times a week. So I really hope you enjoy the game, and I will see you in the next video.